You think you know what dangerous looks like. A lion, a great white shark, a grizzly bear. You have been told about those. You have seen the documentaries. You know to stay away. But there is an entire continent, the largest continent on Earth, filled with creatures that never made it into the Western nature documentary. Animals that live in jungles, rivers, coastal waters, and mountain ranges across Asia. Animals that have been killing people for centuries. Animals that most of the world has never heard of. And some of them are far more terrifying than anything you have ever been warned about. One of them is almost completely invisible in water and can kill you in 4 minutes. One of them is the size of your thumb and has already killed 42 people in a single season in one Chinese province alone. One of them eats people, and it was given a name by the villagers who survived it. This video is not a nature appreciation video. This is a warning. These animals are real. They are active. And if you ever travel through Asia or live there, you deserve to know exactly what is sharing the continent with you. If this is the kind of content you came here for, hit subscribe right now. Every video on this channel goes places most channels will not. Let us start with number 10.
And I promise you, by the time we get to number 1, you will never look at Asian water the same way again. Number 10. The slow loris, the cute one that poisons you. Before we get to the truly terrifying, let us start with the one that fools you. The slow loris is arguably the most misleading animal in Asia. It is small, it has enormous round eyes, it moves slowly and deliberately. People have filmed them being tickled and raising their arms above their heads, and the videos go viral because they look like tiny, adorable stuffed animals that somehow came to life. They are also one of the only venomous primates on Earth, and their venom has the potential to send a human into anaphylactic shock. The slow loris generates its venom by secreting oil from a gland near its armpit. It then licks that gland and mixes the secretion with its saliva. When it bites, and it does bite, hard with specialized teeth, it delivers that venom directly into the wound. The venom is not fully understood even now, but documented cases of slow loris bites on humans include severe localized tissue death, fever, and in people with allergic sensitivity, anaphylaxis, the same deadly immune response that a severe bee sting can trigger. They are found across Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, in the Philippines, in Vietnam, in Thailand, in Bangladesh. They live in the forest canopy, and they look, in every way, like something you would want to pick up and hold. That instinct has driven the illegal exotic pet trade that has pushed the slow loris toward extinction. And it has also landed more than a few people in hospitals when the animal they thought was harmless sank its teeth into their hand. The slow loris is proof that in Asia, the most dangerous things are not always the biggest or the loudest. Sometimes they are the ones that make you want to cuddle them. Number 9. The Rove beetle, the insect whose blood melts skin. Most people have never heard of the Rove beetle. It looks unremarkable. 8 millimeters long, thin, it does not sting, it does not bite, it does not inject anything into your body. It does not need to. The Rove beetle from Indonesia measures only 8 millimeters long, but carries venom stronger than cobra poison. Unlike other dangerous insects, Rove beetles don't bite or sting you. Their blood contains deadly toxins that cause problems when it touches your skin. The toxin is called pterin. It is produced in the beetle's body fluid and released when the beetle is crushed, which is exactly what happens when an unsuspecting person brushes one off their arm in the middle of the night. The result is something called peyroris dermatitis. The skin exposed to the fluid develops severe chemical burns, blisters, weeping wounds, red raw patches that take weeks to heal. If the fluid reaches the eyes, and it can, carried on fingers that touch a crushed beetle, it can cause serious eye damage, including temporary or lasting vision impairment. The beetle's toxic blood can cause permanent eye damage if it gets in your eyes. Eurasia Review. Rove beetles are attracted to light. In tropical Asia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, they swarm toward lights at night. Which means anyone sleeping near an open window with a light on is potentially sharing their room with dozens of insects whose blood can chemically burn their skin. They are almost completely unknown outside the regions where they cause problems. No wildlife documentary has ever made them famous. No warning sign at a tourist destination mentions them. 8 millimeters of insect, chemical burns that last for weeks, and nobody warned you they existed. Number 8. The saltwater crocodile, the one that hunts in the ocean. Most people understand that crocodiles are dangerous. What most people do not understand is how far the saltwater crocodile takes that danger. Saltwater crocodiles ambush their prey on land, but have been known to take victims in the open ocean. The open ocean. The saltwater crocodile, found across South and Southeast Asia, from India through to the Philippines and Indonesia, is the largest living reptile on Earth. Males can reach 6 meters in length and weigh over 1,000 kilograms. They can swim for hundreds of kilometers in open ocean. They have been found far offshore, in water where you would never expect a crocodile to exist. And their ambush technique is one of the most efficient killing mechanisms in the natural world. They wait, partially submerged, almost completely still, for hours, until something comes close enough. Then they explode from the water with a speed that is genuinely difficult to believe for an animal of their size. The bite force of a large saltwater crocodile is approximately 3,700 pounds per square inch, the strongest bite of any animal alive. They are found in tidal rivers, in coastal mangroves, in estuaries, and in the open ocean throughout Asia. They are present in the Philippines, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in India, in Sri Lanka, in Bangladesh. In some areas where they are most concentrated, local communities have developed a respectful coexistence with them over generations. But attacks happen, regularly. Fishermen wading in shallow water, children playing near riverbanks, swimmers who did not know they were in saltwater crocodile territory. Asia is home to a variety of crocodiles, from the improbable-looking gharial up to the deadliest of all, the saltwater or estuarine crocodile. The saltwater crocodile does not need to come to you. It is already where you are going, and it has been waiting there, essentially unchanged, for 200 million years. Number 7. The Asian giant hornet, the murder hornet that actually murders. In 2020, the world briefly became aware of the Asian giant hornet when it was spotted in North America for the first time. The media called it the murder hornet. People panicked, and then the story mostly faded away. But the story never faded in Asia, because in Asia, the Asian giant hornet does not need a nickname. It just kills people, every year, reliably, without dramatic media coverage. In Japan alone, an estimated 40 people are killed annually by stings from Asian giant hornets, The Hollywood Reporter. Since July, hornet attacks have killed 42 at Tamagawa University. Described the sensation of being stung as feeling like a hot nail being driven into my leg. A hot nail driven into your leg from a single sting, from an insect that nests underground, which means you can walk directly over a nest without any warning before they emerge. Even if you are not allergic, the amount of foreign protein that circulates in your blood after so many stings can cause kidney failure. It is like sepsis, and if you do not get on dialysis, you can die. Number 6. The king cobra, the snake that can kill an elephant. Every continent has dangerous snakes. Asia has the king cobra. The king cobra is the longest venomous snake on Earth. It can grow over 18 feet long and delivers enough venom in one bite to kill an elephant. Eurasia Review. Enough venom to kill an elephant in a single bite. The king cobra is not just the longest venomous snake alive. It is one of the most intelligent reptiles on Earth. It can raise the upper third of its body off the ground, which means a large king cobra can look a standing adult human directly in the eye. It can track moving objects. It responds to threat with calculated precision rather than random aggression. Moving objects. It responds to threat with calculated precision rather than random aggression. Its neurotoxic venom attacks the nervous system directly. Muscle paralysis, respiratory failure. Without treatment, death can occur in as little as 30 minutes. This snake causes thousands of deaths each year in India and Sri Lanka. Eurasia Review. It is found across South and Southeast Asia, in India, in the Philippines, in Indonesia, in Vietnam, in southern China. It prefers forested areas and is a strong swimmer, comfortable in water as well as on land. What makes the king cobra uniquely disturbing among venomous snakes is not just its venom or its size, it is its behavior. The king cobra is one of the few snakes in the world that builds a nest and guards its eggs. A nesting female king cobra is one of the most dangerous encounters possible in the Asian jungle because she is not retreating. She is defending, and she will charge. A snake that can look you in the eye, that carries enough venom to kill the largest land animal alive, that will not always flee when it sees you. Number 5. Russell's viper, the most dangerous snake you have never heard of. Most people who know about dangerous snakes have heard of the cobra. Far fewer have heard of Russell's viper, and that asymmetry is part of what makes it so lethal. Russell's viper ranks as the most notorious pit viper in Asia. This aggressive snake strikes without warning and causes more snakebite deaths than almost any other species. Eurasia Review. More snakebite deaths than almost any other species. Not the king cobra with its dramatic size.
Not the cobra with its iconic hood. Russell's viper, a snake that most of the world has never heard of. It is found across the Indian subcontinent, in Sri Lanka, in Myanmar, in Thailand, in parts of China and Southeast Asia. It is not particularly large. It is heavily patterned in brown, which makes it extraordinarily difficult to spot on the forest floor or in dry grass. And unlike many venomous snakes that prefer to avoid confrontation, Russell's viper is aggressive. It does not need to be cornered to strike. It does not always give warning. It can strike with a speed that leaves almost no time for reaction. Its venom is hemotoxic, meaning it attacks the blood and the organs rather than the nervous system. The effects include massive internal bleeding, kidney failure, tissue death, and in untreated cases, a prolonged, agonizing death over hours or days.
It is responsible for the majority of snakebite fatalities across Southeast Asia. And because it lives in agricultural areas, in rice paddies and fields near human settlements, the people most at risk are farmers and rural workers going about ordinary daily life. They are not hiking in remote jungle. They are working. They are walking home in the dark. And Russell's viper is already there. Number 4, the Asian elephant, the man-eating one nobody talks about. Everyone knows elephants are large. Everyone knows to treat them with respect. What the tourism brochures do not tell you, what the elephant sanctuary promotional material definitely does not mention, is that Asian elephants kill hundreds of people every year across the continent, and that some of them, in documented and investigated cases, have actively hunted and consumed human beings.
One such elephant was named Osama bin Laden by local villagers after it had killed 27 people during a 6-month killing spree in the Indian state of Assam. That elephant was eventually shot, as was another elephant responsible for an even more macabre spate of deaths. This elephant is reported to have killed 14 people from a single village, but the truly horrific thing is that analysis showed it had human flesh in its stomach. That is right, a man-eating elephant. A man-eating elephant. That sentence exists. It describes a real documented event. Asian elephants kill an estimated 400 to 500 people per year across Asia. In India alone, elephants account for more human deaths annually than tigers. The most dangerous scenario is a male elephant in must, a periodic hormonal state characterized by dramatically elevated testosterone and extreme aggression.
During must, a normally manageable elephant can become unpredictable and violent without warning. Must can last weeks or months. Asian elephants charge with an average weight of 4 tons. Female elephants with calves will charge anything approaching their young. Their size and speed make escape nearly impossible once they begin an attack. 4 tons, moving at speeds of up to 25 kilometers per hour. In terrain where running in a straight line is often impossible because of trees, undergrowth, or the simple architecture of a village. The elephant that kills 400 people a year in Asia does not make international headlines. It does not appear in Western wildlife warning lists because the deaths happen in rural India, in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, in places the global media does not cover. That the deaths are real, and the man-eating elephant of Assam had a name given to it by the villagers whose family members it killed. That is not a detail from a horror story. That is a fact from a wildlife report. Number 3, the Komodo dragon, the living prehistoric monster. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard alive on Earth. It can reach 3 meters in length. It weighs up to 70 kilograms. It has been alive, essentially unchanged, for millions of years. Komodo dragons are the biggest lizards in the world, weighing around 350 pounds and measuring over 10 feet long. They are known for fatally attacking people with bacteria-filled bites, vice. The Komodo dragon was for decades believed to kill its prey through bacteria, the theory being that its mouth contains such a concentration of lethal bacteria from rotting meat that a single bite would cause fatal infection.
Research in recent years has updated that understanding. The Komodo dragon also produces venom that prevents blood clotting, causing prey to bleed out. Either way, the result is the same. Komodo dragons kill. They are found on several Indonesian islands: Komodo Island, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang. They are apex predators. They hunt deer, wild boar, and water buffalo. They ambush prey from concealment, biting and then following their prey for miles as the wound causes progressive deterioration. Attacks on humans occur with documented regularity. In 2007, a Komodo dragon killed an 8-year-old child in Indonesia. In 2009, a Komodo dragon attacked and severely injured a wildlife conservation worker on Komodo Island.
In 2024, a Komodo dragon attacked a tourist in Indonesia. What makes the Komodo dragon particularly unsettling is its intelligence. It learns.
It remembers. Researchers who study Komodo dragons on Rinca describe them as curious and watchful, tracking movement, assessing size, calculating opportunity. You are not invisible to a Komodo dragon. It sees you. It is deciding whether you are prey. Number 2. The box jellyfish, the invisible killer in Asian waters. Forget everything you think you know about jellyfish. The box jellyfish is not a passive, drifting creature you might accidentally swim into. It is an active, swimming, hunting predator with 24 eyes, some of which have full lenses, corneas, and irises, that stalks its prey in shallow tropical waters across the Indo-Pacific region of Asia. And it is the most venomous creature on Earth. This jellyfish species is the most venomous creature known in the world. One adult box jellyfish has enough venom to kill 60 adult humans, and one sting is enough to kill a human.
Death may come within 4 minutes of being stung. 4 minutes from contact with a creature you almost certainly did not see. The box jellyfish is nearly transparent and difficult to detect in the water. Nearly transparent, swimming at 4 miles per hour, with 60 tentacles, each containing millions of stinging cells. Each stinging cell triggered not by touch, but by the specific chemical signature of living skin. Although no one has kept an official fatality record, an estimated 20 to 40 people die each year from box jellyfish stings just in the Philippines. Experts say the mortality rate around the world is higher than what is reported because doctors often misdiagnose the symptoms or simply get the cause of death wrong. 20 to 40 deaths per year in the Philippines alone, and the real number is likely higher because the deaths are misdiagnosed. After severe Chironex fleckery stings, cardiac arrest can occur within 2 minutes.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest from a creature you cannot see swimming toward you, in water you assumed was safe. Box jellyfish are found throughout the warm coastal waters of Southeast Asia. They are present in the waters of the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and across the Indo-Pacific. They are most active between November and April, and they are most concentrated in exactly the kind of shallow, warm, clear water that looks perfect for swimming. There is no color, no warning, no visible approach, just tentacles you cannot see, carrying venom that can stop your heart before you reach the shore. Number 1, the man-eating tiger, and why Asia's version is different. But there is a specific category of tiger that exists in Asia, documented, studied, named, that represents something fundamentally different from what most people imagine when they think of a big cat. The man-eating tiger. Not a tiger that accidentally encountered a human and responded defensively, a tiger that actively hunts human beings as a preferred prey, that learns human patterns, that returns to human settlements, that has killed dozens, or in the most documented cases, hundreds of people. Bengal tigers and Asiatic lions are heavy and fast and known to eat people. The most documented man-eating tiger in history was the Champawat tiger, a Bengal tigress that killed 436 people in Nepal and the Indian state of Uttarakhand between approximately 1900 and 1907. She was eventually hunted and killed by the British hunter Jim Corbett, who spent years tracking her. 436 people killed by a single animal over 7 years. The Champawat tiger is not an ancient myth. She is documented history. Corbett wrote about her, the British colonial government documented her kills, village records confirmed the deaths. And she was not unique. The history of the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia contains multiple documented man-eating tigers, each with names given to them by the communities they terrorized, each with kill counts that are simultaneously hard to believe and completely verified. What creates a man-eating tiger? Often an injury that prevents them from hunting natural prey. A wounded paw, a broken tooth, a disability that makes fast-moving deer impossible to catch, but makes slower, less physically powerful humans an accessible alternative. Once a tiger learns that humans are prey, the pattern continues. In the Sundarbans, the vast mangrove delta spanning India and Bangladesh, man-eating tiger attacks still occur with regularity. Fishermen and honey collectors working in the mangroves wear masks on the back of their heads because tigers prefer to attack from behind, and the masks create the illusion of a watching face. They wear masks to work, to collect honey, because the alternative is being taken by an animal that has learned to hunt them. That is not a medieval fear. That is a 2025 reality in one of the most biodiverse and extraordinary ecosystems on Earth. Asia is the most extraordinary continent on Earth. Its biodiversity is unmatched.
Its ecosystems, from the Himalayan peaks to the Sundarbans mangroves to the warm, shallow waters of the Indo-Pacific, contain more life in more variety than anywhere else on the planet. And some of that life is genuinely, documentably, frighteningly dangerous. The slow loris that looks like a toy, the Rove beetle whose blood burns your skin, the saltwater crocodile hunting an open ocean, the murder hornet killing 40 people a year in Japan alone, the king cobra that can look you in the eye, the Russell's viper striking without warning in a rice paddy, the man-eating elephant with a name given to it by the village it terrorized, the Komodo dragon watching you decide if you are worth pursuing, the box jellyfish carrying enough venom to kill 60 adults, drifting invisibly through water you were about to swim in, and the tiger that learned that you are easier to catch than a deer. These are not legends. They are not exaggerations. They are animals living on a continent of 4.7 billion people, doing what animals do: surviving, hunting, defending territory. The world warned you about the shark. It warned you about the bear. Nobody warned you about Asia. Now you know. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Share this video with someone who thinks they know what dangerous looks like. They do not. Not yet.